Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. In the last episode, we managed to infiltrate into the university, the School of Chort, where people here are taught about an amazing creature called Chort, some sort of Shoggoth-like being, way down deep in the deep caverns that their leader, named Aiden, encountered over 100 years ago. He was able to study it, and he's able to learn that it holds some amount of technological advances which could benefit mankind. We are in this place because the Chortists have taken the strange device that belongs to the Faceless, and we are here to figure out where it's located and retrieve it for Southgate Station. Possibly. We left off, we actually managed to get into the facility, and this is us, here in an awesome-looking Chortist outfit. We'll go ahead and talk to a few of these people, and this episode will probably be more talking and exploring of the university. Let's get started. An old, bald man welcomes you with a wave and a wide smile. He wears dark glasses which perfectly conceal his eyes. In turn, his smile reveals more than it perhaps should. Notice the man to be almost completely toothless, yet those few teeth still clinging on somehow allow him to speak with surprising clarity. Unfortunately, they do nothing to save his interlocutor from receiving a spit shower every time he opens his mouth, as it happens to you right now. Chort is evolution, brother! I'm Lazy Lau. That's what they call me. Evolution is Chort, brother. I'm Garrett. Cool. I finally get a bedmate. A bedmate? Yeah, this is our bed. He points to the double bed next to him. See? This is our bed, bedmate. I've been sleeping alone for 2 weeks, and now I have a bedmate. Oh, you want the top or bottom? I slept top so far, but if you want the top, I'll go bottom. Bottom. You stay on bottom. I'm not really picky. Whatever you wish, bedmate. Now, want to chat? Sure. Why are you called Lazy Lau? Are you really that lazy? No, I'm not lazy. My left eye is. As soon as he finishes the sentence, he removes his shades with an elegant, overemphasized motion, closing his eyes if he wants to prolong the moment of revelation as much as possible. Then he slowly opens his right eye, normal eye, pauses, and opens his left one, the bad one. You look at it. It doesn't look at you, but it is slammed so far to the left like it wants to escape the socket and see what lies behind his head. Lazy Lau laughs in his usual toothless fashion, this time spiced up with the laziest eye you've ever seen, creating a unique image you are unlikely to ever forget. He puts his shades back on. And that's why they call me Lazy Lau, bedmate. It's good that he's good-natured about it. Why'd you join the Institute of Chort? Well, bedmate, let me put it to you this way. If there's a chance you could, how should I say, escape the life of poverty, filth, disease, and a couple of lone hounds wanting to skin ya, would you take it? Of course you would. Don't take this the wrong way, Lau, but how'd you manage to get accepted? Chortists seem pretty selective and, well, you know what I mean. I don't look the part. Is that what you're trying to say, bedmate? It's true. I mean, look at my teeth. I could scare bearers away. But tourists don't care for the superficial. They care for what's inside. Yes, I had that interview with the smokin' pre-posterior Amelia, and told her about myself, answered questions, done tests, gave blood and all that. Must have said something right, because they just accepted me. So, what do you do here at the moment? I'm a novice still. I have some combat experience, so I might go the preservation route. But I've attended some lectures and, I don't know. I've still got some thinking to do. We will see. We will see. I don't really feel like insulting him, and I don't mind him calling me bedmate. I don't tend to be here very long, so Chort guide you, Lazy Lau. Chort guide you, bedmate. Hey, brother. Hello there, brother. Chort is evolution, and Chort also might be what's in your pockets. You should also probably see what Lazy Lau has on him. You know, maybe we can find some of his teeth he's missing. That was rude. I shouldn't say that. It'd be hilarious if we do find teeth, though. Oh, we've got an advanced medical mechanical repair kit. Yoink! We are totally taking that from him. And I'm not going to get in trouble, so we're not going to open anything else. Oh, I can't even search the vase in this room. Hello, Chortist. Being Institute-born is a blessing. You don't get the chance to catch some horrible diseases, like I did. I never even thought they'd have a code word for Institute, like, growing up here as part of the cult the entire time. My goodness, this person has lots of drugs. We'll take the antidote and his morphine shots. Thank you, sir. Gerard Franz. An unexpected tiny and shy voice comes out of this lofty man. While he is loud enough for you to hear him, you can't shake off the feeling that the sound of a humble fly gliding into the room would overpower his voice. Fortunately, nothing similar happens during his introduction. Chort's evolution. My name is Gerard Franz, and I am an investigator of medicine and the Institute's proto-physician. You must be Garrett. Usually our fellow Chortists refer to me as I am, to which I have no objection. Now, how may I help you? How and why did you join the Institute of Chort? It is a long story. Go on, I have time. I became a Chortist about 7 years ago, either in my 92 or 93, one of the two. And it was all due to a single fortunate event of me meeting with a former colleague of mine who had just returned from South Underrail, where he was on some, well, private business of his. Oh yes, I forgot to mention that I'm from North Underrail, and the meeting also took place there. Indus, to be precise. Thomas Harding, the man I spoke with, informed me of how dreadful the living conditions were in the South, of persistent and ever-growing bandit menace, poverty, as well as the rise of violent sports in Core City. Naturally, the bottom line is that the South is a place of decadence, and should be avoided at all cost. Except, there was one thing he mentioned in a positive light. The Institute of Chort. He had the, in his words, pleasure to speak with several Chortists during his stay here in Upper Underrail, and in fact, one of these Chortists was none other than Minister Percival himself. Well, assistant minister back then. Tom was impressed by what he learned about the body of knowledge the Chortists possess and their intentions of changing, evolving the human future. He also told me about the duality of Chort. One side is the physical side, the being itself, and the other is knowledge obtained through scientific methods. The only way possible, really. I still remember Tom's words, explanations and praises of the Institute of Chort. The first time he told me about Chort itself, and especially due to his fantastic way with words, it floored me. Magnificent Chort, I was astonished. Of course, all that sparked my imagination, and I decided I had to come to South Underrail. So I did. I still remember seeing the Rassifors at the entrance, all glorious in their beautiful robes. Sure, it was unusual, but once you understand the purpose of such appearance, it all makes sense. Perfect sense. You know what happened next, brother? I became a proud Chortist, and still am to this day. Chort's evolution. Thomas seemed very impressed with Chortism. Where's he now? Did he also join the Institute? Tom was unfortunately mortally wounded soon after we spoke. Free drones bombing attack. Many were killed by those corrupted inbred dystrophic. Had he lived a bit longer, I'm sure he would have joined me here. I'm positive. Oh. Interesting. Wonder if they were a member of the Protectorate or Biocorp. What do you think of the Faceless? Foul, corrupted beings. Ugh. I think besides, with Core City's residents who have to endure being close to such disgusting creatures, Chort helped them. In the end, the augmented monstrosities will die out eventually, but all completely natural beings like us will live on. For it is a superior design, proven. Wow. Perhaps this guy might once have been a very calm, collected, and helpful doctor, but now he is really into their teachings, we'll say. Where can I purchase some medication? I can help you with that, brother. I'll show you what I have. So, I don't think I have a whole lot I want to sell. Actually, that's not true. I have normal health hypos. I think we can probably sell actually a few of these. We'll sell 3 of our advanced health hypos. Actually, we should see if there's anyone, I guess, in prison or whatever this is down over here. Yeah, just some shelves. It's pretty bright. I don't think I'll be able to sneak past them. Especially not with my robes on. That's stuff I can do a little later, I suppose. Okay, looks like there's nothing else here. So this area consists of our room and the medical facilities right next door. It occurs to me that I think Garrett was in a robe before in Thief, wasn't he? When he infiltrated the Hammerite. Oh, so I guess this is following suit. Where we're in another facility where it's quasi-religious in nature. And Garrett is here infiltrating as if he's a member of that group. Raj really takes the pool too seriously. Laughs. Don't mind us, sir. Busy picking your pocket. Of coins. Chort, guide me to victory. Is that a thing that happens? They use Chort like a blessing, like a god. Yes? Although I suppose it is kind of like that, right? It's a more advanced creature than us. Thanks for the cave stopper steak, sir. Or miss. Hello, investigator. I'm not in the mood for company. It's why I'm all alone in my room. And here you are, coming closer. Are you rushing through my pockets? Fine, if it'll get rid of you faster. Brother, I don't remember inviting you in. No, I don't. You didn't. It's okay. Let me search your pockets really quick. Your pants are clear, sir. Your pants are clear. Who leaves electronic scraps in a vase? We'll grab the bolt trigger. Alright, so let's begin exploring more of the facility then. These rooms are all currently off limits. Well, they're off limits to us. Now, I think that's right. We were already at the library. Let's see if we can find the barrack, the canteen. This looks like this is it. With these crazy names, it's like this sounds like this is a person's name, Pirifor, but that must mean what type of combat this guy does instead. Ooh, hello, he's got canned fish. Do some cold damage taken. We can grab all of it. Hey, novice. Hello, Russifor. Don't mind me. Just checking to make sure that you got the food that you ordered. A net? That's tempting to take. If it's so tempting, we'll take it and his cash. I ate so much I can't move. I noticed that. That's why you're just standing there in your Core City upper Underrail outfit. Doing fine, Garrett. Indeed, Miss Pyrofor. Or Pyrofor. How do you say your name? Is there like a name tag on you? We'll take the credits. Chort Guide the Chef. I guess so. Maybe we'll see what he's evolving over there for us to eat, I suppose. We'll take an adrenaline shot, and we can take the cash as well. Remember, first meal of the day is the most important one. Yes, yep, always eat a good breakfast if you can. Here's Theodore. Let's see what he's selling. The man behind the counter strikes you as being calm, friendly, and radiates a positive attitude. Appearance-wise, young and handsome are the words that describe him the most accurate. while his confident posture is also difficult to ignore. He greets you with a familiar Tortoise salute. Tortoise evolution, brother. My name is Theodore, often called Theo by almost everyone, he smiles. How may I help you? Evolution is short, brother. I'm Garrett. Welcome to the Institute of Chort, brother. Our institution is very different from those on the outside, I'm sure, but you'll get used to it. Don't worry. Show me what you got. I'm starving. Today we have this stuff. Let's see, what are you having? Sorry, everyone. Just taking a peek to see what he's selling. I guess we probably could use another cave hopper steak. Hungry again, brother? So how and why did you join the Institute of Chort, Theo? I'm an Institute-born, brother. It wasn't my decision to become a Chortist, but with all the things I heard about the outside world, I'm better off. Life here is better without a doubt. And here people care about each other, care about progress, evolution, rather than just their own hide, so to speak. Wait, you never left this building? No. Again, from what I heard in the past, I'm better off being here. So, I don't know how much trouble I care to get in with Garrett. I don't remember if we can talk about this. I don't think Garrett's purpose, though, is to share knowledge about the outside world with these Chortists. His objective is to find the strange polyhedron and retrieve it. But it only just occurs to me that, yeah, this institute's been around for 100 years, and if the buildings always stood during that time and never been evacuated, these people might never have had to ever leave the building at all. That's amazing to me. Thinking about it, I can think of a few cave systems which might have been a pleasure to go and look at. And I guess depending upon if you like cities, maybe Core City is a nice looking place. But otherwise, this place probably is one of the better looking places in existence. So, interesting. I had other questions, though. Yes, what? What can you tell me about the Faceless? Keep the Faceless out of the refectory, please. People are trying to eat here. Ladies and Chort, stop mentioning those vomit-inducing freaks here. We're trying to eat. That's what I was talking about. What can you tell me about the West Wing? It is dangerous. Do not go there. It's that simple, brother. But what is so dangerous about it? I'm sorry, but I can't explain it now, brother. This is neither the time nor place for that. This is where people eat, and I've got my hands a bit busy at the moment. Just trust me, it's dangerous. There's a reason no one goes there. Anything else, brother? No, I'll see you next time, Theo. Chort guides, brother. Oh, hello, Acolyte. I'm sorry, I didn't even see you in line. Oh, you have one too many, ketchup packets, brother. Let's clear you of them. That'd be great if at some point in the game, like, everyone you pickpocketed just was, like, waiting outside your room. It'd be every single person in the game, like this many people here. I don't know if we're allowed down there. Since we're currently wearing my armor, we're not gonna bother. Did I bring it with me? No, my armor's even in my own case upstairs. How about that? I'm being really trusting. I'm not gonna need it. So, we've seen all the places that we were instructed we should go. Where now, you're probably asking? Well, let's head upstairs. We need to figure out which division we want to join. Preservation or investigation, since propagation is not currently open to us. Let's see if we can meet with them both and talk, but I'm thinking investigation is what we want to actually join. And apparently I am going to do this all on screen after all, so we'll pick the pockets on screen. You know what occurs to me as well? This group definitely seems to be sinister or evil. Listen to music. Listen to music. They should have made this, like, not as epic of a soundtrack if they wanted me to suspect that this group isn't involved in some nefarious things. Actually, but maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. They, at the very least, at least the people we've seen so far and talked to, they seem like they believe the tenets of their own group, their religion, as it were. I guess that's helpful, especially when you have people who have grown up here and been told everything that this group believes. It's the only thing that they've been hearing. Since they're never told anything else and they don't see anything else, they would never realize, perhaps, if they would not call into question their belief systems. And I think that's probably an important thing that you should do occasionally. Sorry, I shouldn't get involved in talking about politics or religion on my channel. Let's change the subject. So let's head down here and see what's waiting down here. I'm sorry, I'm sipping soda. Very unprofessional. Electronics. A battery. I'll take a battery. Hello, tourists. I don't think there's a library in South Underrail that can match ours. I can't even think of where another library even exists. Have we seen one? I don't think we have we? No, in fact, I'm pretty sure. Oh, look at all these people we can pickpocket. That's pretty amazing. I think I will do this one off screen. Hold on. Why am I grabbing all this crap? That stuff can stay behind. I think we'll just pick this minister's pockets. Hello, miss. One day the faceless augmentations will fail them, and the world will be rid of freaks. It occurs to me that, I guess, the Chortists are evolving themselves with injections, changing how their bodies function by evolving themselves. But the faceless augment themselves with machinery, so they're cyborgs. Strikes me as, and no, they're improving themselves artificially in two different ways. But they're not so different from each other in the end. Oh, but then again, actually that's not true at all, right? I suppose I'm saying the wrong things. We haven't talked to the faceless very much. The only thing we've gleaned about the faceless is that they are perhaps misunderstood, and they probably just want to be left alone. And the only reason they're actually involving themselves in what's going on right now is because someone stole something from them. Seek Mediant Samuel. He wishes to speak with you. Oh, right, I forgot all about that. Alright, I will do so. First, we're taking your 17 coins. It seems like a lot of these people have 17 coins on them. I noticed that I think you picked your pockets like 3 times now. At least seen that at least 3 people who have that much. I once had an acolyte who hadn't read the original report. I was simply shocked. Oh, we have read it. Oh, an investigator. Hello, investigator. We will probably be joining you. We don't need some dog crates. Join preservation if you have the guts. Well, let's see if you have the guts in your pockets. 17 credits again. Okay, yeah, I'm noticing a small theme here. It must randomly pick between a certain amount of coins when it spawns to people. Ooh, just barely enough, but we were able to pick his pocket too. Hello, doctor. Just standing here. Guess there isn't much to do when you're not investigating. Oh, she looks like the doctor from Core City. She doesn't have anything. She must be just standing at the wall like, I don't have anything in my pockets. I feel like I should get something. She's trying to think about what she should put in her pockets. That must be what she's doing. Nefarious. A few members have complained that you entered their rooms without permission. If Judicator Azarus finds out... Oh, I didn't realize it was that, Oh, wow! Alright! I will have to remember that in the future. We should not just enter anyone's doors. Monsignor Marcival is the most famous Harmos of preservation forces. I hear a rat hound somewhere. All pacification procedures seem to have been unsuccessful. Chort's gift. These must be the scientists. They are technically investigators as well, I suppose. As I had once said, nothing can be perfect, but it can be perfect enough. Ah, perfect, or a reasonable facsimile thereof. I'm sorry. I actually thought that sound we're hearing, I thought that was my air conditioner going off. No, it's the sound in the game. "46 is the perfect number. Get it? I thought that was 42. No, 42 is the meaning of life. I thought 8 was the most rounded number. Hello, assistant. Chort's evolution. I remember this area of the game, the layout of it, at least a little. Oh, God, the food this guy's got. I'll take some under pie from you. Let's take some cipher in her tongue. Because this is, ages ago, this is where I had snuck into, and I was killing everyone in these rooms. Are we allowed in here? Am I allowed in here? You come up to a man who seems to be studying some papers. As he raises his head to look at you, you immediately feel he doesn't approve of you being in his office. Is it the long, overemphasized sigh that gave you that impression? Maybe. Is it the tired and unwelcoming stare that you feel could push you outside with enough force to also knock you off your feet? Perhaps. Or is it his clenching fist that could, if someone is not careful, end up causing serious pain? Who knows? In any case, while you ponder all this, the man decides to speak first, and does so in a deep, gravelly voice. Chort is evolution. I'm Principal Investigator Rista, and I sincerely hope you weren't sent by Lydia. No, I just go around and meet various people at the Institute. That is good news indeed, but still, every time someone enters my office, it equals either more work or more problems. As someone, I'm a programmer, and being interrupted when you're in the middle of something can be so frustrating, and then sometimes there are days when that happens endlessly. But that said, you should still keep a good-natured about it, because they're often there for help. Magnificent Chort. It's either a sudden symposium I have to prepare for in a hurry, or some new project with an unrealistic deadline, or some other problem, or a disaster in the lab. I feel for you, man. I know exactly how it's like. Do this, do that. I hear it all the time. When will it end? You hear rushed footsteps behind you. Slowly, they become closer and closer. The man finally comes to a still after storming to the office. You can tell he wants to expel something important as soon as possible, but severe shortness of breath prevents him from doing so. After a few moments, he regains himself, and is finally able to explain what urged him to come in such haste. I'm sorry for bothering you, investigator. I know you said you didn't want to be disturbed, but we have a major problem. Oh, really? Oh, really? Well, thank this mister here for stepping into my office and causing all this chaos. It's his fault. He turns towards you. See? This is what I have been talking about. Every time someone walks into my office, problem. Why can't people let me work in peace? Why? Chort, why? And then people complain when I lock the door. Oh, now it's my fault? Please listen to me. One of the NPS specimens has escaped its holding cell and is running rampant. I don't know how it happened, but I was by the stairs doing my work when suddenly heard strange and loud sounds coming from down there. I took a peek and And I saw it. Which one? Oh, don't tell me. Psycho. Indubitably. Well, since it's all your fault, whoever you are the one who's gonna catch it. I will, if and only if you promise to treat me better from now on. I'm not the cause of your problems. Fair enough. Now listen carefully. Psycho is one of our NPS specimens that, as you've just heard, escaped its enclosure and is making a home in the Type 2 specimen section. What is it? A genetically engineered Azuri with a deadly arsenal of psi abilities at its disposal. I reckon it's a bit too frightened to climb the stairs, or else it'd already be causing a havoc in the lab. But that could change at any moment. How am I supposed to capture it? Well, we have a portable neuropacifier which should calm the creature down. Should. In case you haven't heard it, should calm it down. Just so you know. Indubitably, it is not an easy task, since you have to somehow incapacitate the creature, and then put the device on its head, and then activate it. Psycho is very tough, so your best bet is to tire out or weaken the creature first, before trying to incapacitate it. Just be careful not to hurt it too much. That seems very complicated. I know, it is, but I'm sure you'll be able to do it. The better question is, will you? I'll do it. Let me have the neuropacifier. Very good. Here is the device. He gives you a portable neuropacifier. As soon as you get the chance to use the device, place it on Psycho's head. Line the markers on the device with the place where the two halves of the carapace open to expose the brain. Once lined up, press the only button on the device and stand back. Everything else is automatic. Just step away and you'll be fine. Follow the corridor past the holding pens, go down the stairs. Ironically, the lower level is full of dark passages, which will no doubt make the job a tad more difficult. Torque guide you. Oh, and do not try to open any cells there unless you wish to be cold on the spot. Alright, everyone. I'm gonna double back to our locker. I'm gonna go and grab our equipment. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I've got our equipment on, obviously, as you can see, and we're ready to go. I also totally picked a pocket of everyone on the way. Let's get in there and do this. Now, I remember this quest being somewhat tricky to also complete, so this is going to be tough, I think, if I recall correctly. One of the tougher quests that we've done, because we can't kill Psycho. We're not allowed to kill him. Oh, I'll take the holding pens key. Why not? So let's go ahead and wait until we can stealth. We're going to save the game here. Because I remember having to redo this a few times, given how difficult this thing was to complete. But we can hear him. I think what we have to do is we have to weaken him, and then we'll be able to put the device on him. I think that's the way this works. I've tried placing our neuropacifier onto our hotkeys, and I can't do it, nor can I put it in my in my quick slots. So let's look around and see if we can find out where this guy is. He is going to be an extremely difficult Azuri to actually take out, because if he's in danger of dying, he'll run into a ventilation he likes running into ventilation shafts. The ventilation shafts to avoid getting captured. And then he springs out and uses some very high-powered psychic powers on us, if I recall correctly. At the moment, I don't even see him. There he is. Now, I am equipped with some shock bolts and some crawler poison bolts. I unfortunately don't have any tranquilizer bolts to use. I do think we have to weaken him. I think we have to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and start this. Something will just shoot the... Let's stun him. creature seemed knocked out for the time being. Now that you have the chance to take a closer look, you can truly admire its impressive size. However, it appears that its rough, scarred carapace reveals more than you had expected. This creature is one of extreme age. How old exactly, you're unsure. Miniature landscapes adorn the beetle's back. Every scar, scratch, or defect on it illustrates a separate story this being's long past. But time to study it, you do not have, however, as the creature could regain consciousness at any moment. Use the neuropacifier on the creature. That was extremely easy. Before the procedure, as you were instructed, you position the device on the markers match the carapace opening line of the beetle's head, and press the activation button on the neuropacifier. As soon as you do so, you hear the device activating, and, after a brief delay, the faint sound of the carapace cracking reaches your ear. You expected some reaction from the creature, twitching or some other motion as a consequence of this probably painful intrusion, but the beetle remains static. Soon everything quiets down. Wow! I can't believe how lucky we got there. If I recall wow, I can't believe I did it in one single go! So, what creatures are in here? We have Slimy, Dusty the cat? Nothing in that one. Gray and Lucy. Interesting creatures. When I had first done this ages ago, I didn't know that we were I was supposed to weaken it. So I kept trying to stun it or like a tranquilize shot it or trap it, and then run up to it and put the device on it. But that's not how it works. It will automatically become stunned when its hit points drop below a certain level. But you had to get it really low on hit points. That was kind of lucky that we didn't kill it with that hit. But that was awesome. Well, how much damage did we do? We didn't crit it. It was just enough. How about that? Just barely enough. Well, let's save the game and keep going. I can't believe I did. Please tell me I'm recording this. That went so extremely well. Yes, I did. Wow. So that rarely happens. I fully expected to die like 18 times doing it. Hello, Investigator Volk. Psycho is on the loose. No, it's okay. It's okay. He is quite contained. Thank you for your contribution. Is it done? It is done. I planted the neuropacifier in the creature's head and it is now, well, pacified. Very good. Very good. I am pleased. I will send someone to take care of that. And you, your name was... I actually never got the chance to introduce myself. Garrett is the name. Garrett. I heard of you just recently. Figurine? Did you... Yeah, yes. Oh, yes. Now I understand everything. I would like to apologize for my earlier behavior. Magnificent short. It's always just... I have a lot of work here. An incredible amount of work. And every time someone enters my office, something goes horribly awry. It directly translates to more trouble. And all that before I'd even get a chance to drink my first cup of mushroom tea of the day. Well, you did good, indeed. And for that, here is something for you. He hands you 400 Stygian coins. If you seek my work, more work, why not drop by my office sometime, bro? I think I got some more stuff for a man like yourself. What can you tell me about this neuropacification? I'm going to be very concise, bro. Neuropacification project is our most recent achievement in the field of neuromanipulation. And only this year we have performed our first successful pacification procedure on an actual living subject. It was one of the coil spiders you've probably seen by now. Now, the basic idea behind the project is to find a way to influence the behavior of anything with a brain. Indeed, there are 2 ways to perform this procedure. The safer way is to get it done on the operating table, but if that is not possible, as in the case of Psycho, a portable neuropacifier is necessary. No matter the option, the end result is one docile or pacified creature that you can, as you can see for yourself, safely keep close to humans without the risk of injury or death. I don't really wish to go into details of the procedure, partially because it's confidential, and mostly because I don't feel like talking that much. Yes, that is all regarding the matter, bro. What can you tell me about Psycho? That is confidential as well, and you've already seen too much. Different question. Why did you join the Institute of Chort? Don't take this the wrong way, but I am currently not in the mood to discuss my personal history and motives. Perhaps once I get to know you better and actually get the time to sit down and talk, then maybe. Alright then, what else do you have for me to do then, Professor Vista? I do have more work for you. I have 2 jobs for you, as a matter of fact. The first requires you to take a ferry ride to a pretty remote place in Lower Underrail. And the second one is about Genetics Disease Resistance Project. Interested in any one of the 2, or both perhaps? What was that about generic disease resistance? Well, it's something I got from the top. You know what I mean? Someone comes to my office and drops some stuff on my desk, whether I like it or not. I am the PI of the busiest department in the Institute of Chort, so things like that are unavoidable, I guess. Magnificent Chort. So, what I got was about a project on genetic disease resistance. I have to find some subjects who have shown great resilience to deadly disease. Yeah, that's what I was told. What that means is points to himself, the principal investigator, have to worry about subjects when I have the pacification project on my hand. Troy's recombination paperwork to finish. George's protein design data to review. Even studies some developed cyomorphs from deep caverns that were recently brought in. What I need of you is the following. Walk outside the Institute. There's a bunch of people there, and ask around if anyone exhibits what we require. If not, well, we did our best. Let someone else deal with it. If you do find someone, even better, since they're already here, they would be easy to convince to come here and do some simple tests. Nothing painful. That is all regarding the matter. Indeed. I'm on it, brother. Chort guide you. He nods. I don't know if I like the sudden bro that he's using. Not necessarily that because I have something against people using bro, but because it didn't sound like something he would normally, like, that didn't strike me as his personality when I first met him. Well, we actually know someone who has disease resistance, so let's go out there and complete that project really quick, shall we? I guess now since we're walking back outside, we also won't bother to go back and get my other gear. Yeah, so I guess we'll do all the investigation projects. I think you can probably complete both. Or maybe actually... Oh, I might be overstepping my bounds. I think we're supposed to actually see the mediant first. But it's kind of too late now. I'm already involved in this. So we'll complete this quest, and then we'll look around for the mediant before we take on another duty, I suppose. And yes, I picked all those fuel pockets by the fountain. Every one of them. We got a handful of bucks and some food I think I got as well. Leftover food has been left in our locker. The music to this is so amazing. I love this Institute of Chort. Actually, the music to this entire game has been fantastic. I listened to hour-long repeated episodes of the music from this game. It's simply wonderful. A slow, unhurried male voice is heard from the intercom. Chort is evolution, brother. What do you need? I need to leave the Institute building. What is the reason for your egress, brother? I'm on official Institute business. Official business? On whose authority? Principal Investigator Rista. Yes, I have been informed of that, brother. Oh, and I might need to take several trips back and forth. I will note that. Open the gate now, brother. Chort guide you. Chort guide you too, brother. I think they actually leave the gate open for me. Like, yeah, they're not suing again. I would have imagined they would have. Well, I already know who we're talking to, so let's go ahead and see if he'd be interested in some tests. We're told nothing painful. Hello again. Detrius, someone at Institute of Chort is interested in the fact that you survived that drop zone plague. Interested? Why? Because you're special. You survived the plague despite the fact that it killed everyone from your family. It could be something genetic for all we know. I don't think I'm that special. I don't... And if it's in my genes, then why did my whole family die? Shouldn't we all have had that resistance if it's, how it's called, hereditary? Besides, what if it turns out I'm not that special? Then what's going to happen to me? That I don't know. Maybe you were the first with the immunity. You were the youngest of all your siblings, right? Now it's not the time to have second thoughts. Do you want to get into the Institute of Chort or not? Pipe works. Yes. Yes, you're right. But what do they need me for? What I mean is, what do they want to do to me? They're going to perform simple tests. They won't hurt you, so don't worry. Alright, count me in. He flashes a joyful smile. Hardcore, hardcore. I'm as nervous as a caged hopper, but count me in. I'm ready. Great, I'll go talk with the Chortists. Expect someone to come for you soon. Oh, their leader also left. I guess the Gothic 4 is now their new leader. Yeah, there we go. For some reason, I really like that door's the sound effect for it opening and closing. It sounds so menacing. Especially because the first time I walked in here was I ended up fighting my way in. That was fun. That was fun. Excuse me, brother. So we're going to turn this quest in, and then I'm going to go and look for the mediant. We'll come back here to do other quests. I think everything off in this direction is all of the investigators, and I think the preservation is up here, up this way. We'll explore all of the building together, though, obviously. Oh, before I forget, I also don't think I need the crawler bolts on us at the moment. Anything else for us to talk to? Or anyone else? Anything else? Anyone else for us to talk to? Well, without any hacking, we're not opening that up at all. Yes, I talked to a man called Detrius who had survived the plague that hit Core City's drop zone several years ago. He said he's willing to become a subject. Detrius, eh? Tell me more about this man. Well, he's a zoner whom I found right in front of the Institute. His whole family died from the plague, yet he survived. He also told me he was rarely, if ever, ill in his life. Never ill. And you said his whole family died. Fair enough. I think we're onto something here. By the Chort, I think he is who we're looking for. If what you say is true, we might not need other subjects at all. Couldn't be better. I don't think anyone will bug me for a while regarding that project. Apex. I just need to contact someone to bring him in, and job is done. He laughs. It's an honor to serve the Institute of Chort, Principal Investigator. Indubitably. You've earned yourself some good coin for this, and you didn't even have to walk too far. Here are 200 charons. It gives you 200. And that is all regarding the matter. Thank you very much. I'm interested in what you described as a ferry trip. Actually, tour guide you, brother. I'm off to see the medians. He nods. We'll come back for that other quest. Let's see if we can find this gentleman. I don't think it matters if we were to see him before we take the quests, but I think thematically, I would be looking for him anyway. I can't remember where he is located, unfortunately. He might be upstairs. Chemistry laboratory. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be in here. Oh, you know what? We actually have some chemistry, don't we? We have 75 effective points in chemistry. Yep, 75. Probably not enough to actually do any chemical work. But still, I actually have some this time around. Physics laboratory. No, I don't think the median's going to be in any of these. I could come back. Like, I could cut the video. But I'd like to keep it on screen just because we'll be walking into some new places together. And so that everyone knows, we're probably 3 to 4 videos away from maybe 5 or 6 away from deep caverns, I think. We're not so... definitely under 10 would be... Well... maybe not. We're getting close, though. Oh, there's Minister Percival. Looks like he's giving a talk, though. I don't think I should interrupt them. So I think we'll just pick their pockets instead, and we'll let him be at the moment. I do like these cool robes with the tentacles off their backs. That looks pretty amazing. I'll take all the advanced patching kits I can. Those will prove useful, probably. Ooh, a plasma cell. We'll take that. And we'll grab a focus stim. That's hard to come by. Different classrooms. We have a wardrobe. There's no reason why we can't investigate all this stuff. We do want to join an investigation after all. Let's see if Mr. Percival has anything better on him since the last time we saw him. Not better, we just have some coins. Okay, so this is just a bunch of classrooms, it looks like. Wish I could actually read what the text says. It'd be kind of funny if there was an invisible person sitting like at their chair in one of these rooms who would comment upon me walking in and actually opening things. Mr. Rassifor, I will wait for you to go away. Actually, we haven't picked your pocket. Excuse me, brother. He's got a mine on him. He's gonna blow this place up. Excuse me, sir. You check the vase. 6 bottles. We don't need those. Nothing worth taking in this place. So much for that 15 on a rating of 1 to 10 for all the awesome stuff this place has. Hello, little cat. Meow. Alright, let's see. So he wasn't up in this area. Mr. Percival is, but we'll come back and talk to him later. Hello, Combats. Oh, this is the preservation area. Can already see that they keep themselves in decent shape over there. I can see the gym. It's a bit weird to me whenever I realize that these people must, keep themselves physically fit and everything like that as well in order to combat enemies and stuff like that are against the university. Efri Torhana. Garrett, Mediant Samuel wishes to see you. He is in his office with Efri Tor Danzo. Okay, we need to figure out where that is. I'll come back later and pickpocket most of these people. We'll just get these two while we're here. Short is evolution. If the faces come bothering us here, we will squash them like bugs. I don't need all the adrenaline, just most of it. These guys probably need weapons themselves to help defend themselves if they come under attack. So most of the coins will take. I think Hannah is their vendor as well, and I think she sells high-quality gear, so I'll be interested in talking to her the moment we're allowed to do so. Oh, that's not a door we open. Oh, there's Amelia. We'll talk to her later. We're not allowed in that room. I'm a little nervous about just opening doors in this place. Until I learn what this one gentleman's, whatchamacallit is. There's Lydia. No, that's not him either. Oh, I think I talked to one of these people outside. Chort guide you, brother. Join preservation if you have the guts. I think this just leads back downstairs to the giant room, if I recall correctly. And it does. I didn't think he was out. This direction leads to the library, doesn't it? Yes, I'm sure it does. I guess he might be in one of the other rooms. I don't think he's down here, but I guess we can check. If we're not allowed down here, we'll be reloading the game. Let's save this. Just to be safe. This doesn't look like someplace he'd be. This looks like someplace we're not supposed to be. They're not red. They are preventing anyone from entering this area and watching for other people walking down this way. Not allowed down here. He doesn't see us at the moment, though. Can we walk right past him? Oh, God. Alright, yes, we can, but holy crap, that was extremely close. I would like to check that area out, but oh my God. That was terrifying. You got really close to being seen. Biocorp University emblem. This is the emblem of the Biocorp University. In the days of old Biocorp, students probably sewed it into their clothes. That looks familiar to me. I don't know where that's from, though. They have absolutely no food in this place. Just a bunch of empty freezers. There was nothing even in it. Nothing in it. Alright, so there was nothing even down here worth... Well, actually, there might be something worth investigating down in this area. But I'm a little too nervous to do that at the moment. That was extremely close. If you weren't Garrett, Master of Stealth, that could have gone very poorly for us. Alright. So I don't know where he is. So let's go talk to Amelia, and she may be able to help us locate him. Oh! Maybe it's through this door? No, I think we've been here before. Yeah, this is a zone transition. Alright, guys, hello. You'll forgive me for this, but, just, you know, your collar's undone. Just fixing you up a little bit. There you go, that's pretty good. And how about you, sir? One of your tentacles is a bit, curly. We'll straighten that for you. Yes, there you go. All better. I took pickpocketing. You better believe we're gonna use it whenever we get a chance. How many levels did I spend on that again? Too many. Too many. More than 8 levels, I think, were spent in pickpocket. Ah, where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go now? Where do I go? Garrett, I'm very pleased to see you. What can I do for you? I'm interested in some directions, pray Pastor Amelia. Where do you need to go, Garrett? Where should I go if I'm interested in working for investigation? Investigation consists of 3 departments: genetics, chemistry, and physics. All 3 departments have their laboratories and offices located in the East Wing. Each department is overseen by a principal investigator that can help you if you are interested in any of the mentioned fields or seek work. And how about preservation? 2nd floor, East Wing. Once you enter it through the main hall, you will arrive to a central area with a fountain. Once there, take the only stairs up, and you will soon come to His Nobility, Mediant Samuel's office. Seek him if you're interested in learning more about preservation and becoming a Rassifor. Are there any merchants around here? Food and drink can be purchased in the refectory, weapons and ammo, and preservation armory, East Wing, 2nd floor. For medicine and other medical equipment, talk to our proto-physician, investigator of medicine, Gerard Franz. Also, if one of the 3 investigation departments might also help you with more specialized equipment, should you need any of that. Thank you, Prospector. Chort guide you. Chort guide you, Garrett. We'll talk more to her later as well. So Samuel is actually down here in preservation. Completely missed him. He might want me to join preservation. I think you can do quests for both people if you so wish. So this must be his office. I completely didn't see the door. Oh, well, we're here. You may as well pick your pocket, sir. Take your 13 coins. A few members have complained that you entered their rooms without permission. If Judicator Azarius finds out. I could reload the game from before I did that. I didn't actually think that mattered at all since the doors were not red locked. Before you even had a chance to say anything, one of the 2 men points at you and speaks in a familiar, enthusiastic voice. Ah, Garrett. Good of you to finally show up. I mean, the Mediant and I were just discussing how you retrieved the Reaching Man from the clutches of those devolved inbreds, and... The infantry is cut short by a resolute voice coming from the other man, one whose different and arguably more elaborate uniform markings introduce him as someone of superior rank in the Tortoise hierarchy than Efritor Danzel. One of the symbols, an eye with 3 equidistant tentacles sprouting out of it, is similar to one on the Efritor's Danzels, borrowing the extra tentacle. Silence, I have heard it already, and our brother already knows it from first-hand experience, no? Garrett. I am Mediant Samuel, the 2nd in command of Preservation Forces of the Institute of Chort. Welcome to my office. Chort is evolution. Salute him by putting your hand on your chest and taking a slight bow. I see you are learning very fast. I like that. Quick adaptation. Now, I need you to wait a few moments for me to finish with the Efritor and send him away. This won't take long. Your nobility? Mediant, Don't understand what you mean. Send me away? Let me explain it, Ephrator. As soon as we're done here, you're going to take your Rassiforce unit and lead them to patrol the upper Underrail, routes W1 through N5. The theft of Reaching Man revealed how susceptible we are to having our couriers intercepted by the likes of lunatics and other inbred lowlives. I want the area surrounding the Institute secure at all times. At all times. Infuriation seeps from the Ephrator. His body language reveals it. Yet just before replying to the mediant, he calms down, as if ice-cold water was poured on his head. With the anger washed away, what is left is but great distress. Your nobility. I worked hard with Garrett to locate and retrieve the Reaching Man, to bring it back in time for the anniversary, as is my duty to the Institute, to Aiden, and to Chort. You realize that? Yes, I know you do. Yet I'm rewarded for my hard work by being sent what? A meaningless patrol? Hard work. Don't make me laugh, Ephrator. If idling away in front of the Institute gate and waiting for a passerby, a complete stranger, to ask for help constitutes as hard work, then by all means you deserve a promotion, no? Perhaps you could even replace me, if that is what you desire. That's not how it happened, Mediant. If you... Silence! I don't want to hear another word from you, Ephrator. Did you really think that your babbling and bootlicking would make me forget how the whole situation was handled? Yes. Even though the figurine is back in our hands, it is not because of you, but because of a chain of very fortunate events, and the help of Garrett, who, by the Chort, did a lot more than you. Now, out! You have your orders, Ephrator. Chort, guide you. Chort, guide you. Your nobility. Garrett, I am really sorry you had to take part in this. I have zero tolerance for such... I don't even know how to describe it. Incompetence. That is an adequate term. Now, you, on the other hand, are exactly the opposite. You adapted yourself to the situation at hand beautifully, culled the lunatic vermin, and retrieved the valuable figurine and achieved your goal. You became a member of our beautiful institution. Perfect. Survival of the fittest at its best, no? Now, I have been dying to meet you. Not literally, of course. Let's leave that to someone else. I have work for you. A test, if you will. But if you had some questions before we start, feel free to ask them now. What can you tell me about preservation? Preservation is one of the Institute's divisions, the one concerned with preserving Chort. This institution and all its members. Our Rassifor's are among the best trained troops in Underrail. Only we haven't had a chance to show it to outsiders, no? How does one become a Rassifor? First thing is dedication to the Institute Chort and its ideology. Without it, everything else becomes meaningless. Second is hard work and rigorous training. Without it, one will not be able to perform his duties within preservation forces. Third and final is adaptation to any and all situations that Rassifor's might encounter. I think that covers everything, no? What can you tell me about Harmost? Harmost Stavros commands all preservation forces and relays his orders to a mediant, which is currently me, who then relays them to troops below. His Excellency is a wise man with years of experience and a great sense of strategy. He was a student of Monsignor Marcio, after all, no? Can I ask you something else? By all means do so, brother. What can you tell me about the Faceless? Oh, the Faceless are our arch nemesis. They are, though. From the very beginnings of Institute of Chort, the Faceless were poking their augmented noses into our business and try to hamper our progress. They are violent, cannot be reasoned with. They don't even have free will. I am not over-exaggerating. They never show any emotion or independence. They just coal. We know it. We have seen it. They do seem to give you a lot of trouble. They try, or tried. The first years of the Institute were the hardest for us. We had a strong foothold in deep caverns, and defending Chort from the corrupted was very difficult. We were in constant conflict, shedding blood on a daily basis. Then, in year 42, we took a decisive victory in the Battle of Nucleus. Harmos Marcio commanded our Rassifor's and gave the Faceless a lesson in warfare they'll never forget. That sounds pretty epic. It was a glorious time to be a Tortoise back then. Many of our Monsignors lived during that time. For instance, during that period, Investigation 2 had its Monsignor as the head of the division. Epsicopos and Thea. But I digress. We should return to the Faceless, no? They never mounted any major assaults against Preservation forces since that defeat. In the next 60 years, only irregular skirmishes were a sign that they were still alive. And I don't even believe they have shown their dystrophic bodies in 10, maybe 15 years. Until now, when they assaulted Core City. Well, that's about that, no? Do you have any more questions, brother? When did you join the Institute of Chort, and may I ask why? I am afraid I dislike discussing that subject, brother. I respect that. In that case, I'd like to ask you a different question. By all means, do so. About that work you had for me. Yes, I can see you were interested in becoming a part of Preservation, no? I would just like to see what my options here are. There is much to be done in an institute. Very smart. The institute is indeed a place of possibilities. I can understand that you have so much to learn and so many options to consider. Allow me to present one to you, and let's see what you think of it. I have a simple job for you. You are aware of the destructive force that was a recent earthquake. It did terrible damage throughout Underrail. Unfortunately, the Institute wasn't spared from its wrath either. One of the walls in the utility section of a couple of levels below us has collapsed, revealing a passage to a long-abandoned Harpocrates station. Minor damage, all things considered, which is lucky for us. However, it poses a security risk. As you may have already guessed, it was actually recently discovered, for the breach happened in one of our locked rooms. No one entered for a long time. We hadn't noticed what happened until... well, I can't remember who it was, but someone went there witness to chaos. Naturally, a Rastafari unit was dispatched to scan the area, and it was free of threats at the time. When we later checked some of the odd plans, however, we noticed that Utility Station 7, west of Harpocrates' main hall, has a long tunnel leading somewhere far away. Pipeline goes through it, so the plans show, but I'm not worried about something else coming through. Oh, but I'm worried about something else coming through. You understand me, no? I need someone to explore that utility station and secure it. Someone, he smiles. I'll check out that utility station. Just tell me how to get there. Go down the stairs by Aiden's library, and you'll see a couple of Rastafors. They will give you the key and let you to the station. There's another set of stairs further to the right, but do not go there. It is a utility area, which suffered a few gas leaks after the earthquake and is currently unsafe. That is all for you now, brother. Come back once you are sure that the area is secure. Chort guide you. Chort guide you, Mediant. This young woman welcomes you by putting her hand on her chest and follows the verbal greeting. Her bright and high-pitched voice sounds pleasant and matches her petiteness perfectly. On the other hand, the full combat uniform that she is wearing, complete with a mask and never removes, a characteristic you notice in all Rastafors throughout the Institute, creates a different, if conflicting, visual image. Chort is evolution! I am Efriator Hanna, Armory Keeper for the Institute of Chort. You are Garrett, if I'm not mistaken? Evolution is Chort, yes, I am him. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you too, Garrett. Under Mediant Samuel's direct orders, you're allowed to access the Preservation's armory, despite the fact that you are not an Rastafor. Yet. Of course, armory access is not free, so prepare for some charons before making some purchase. Can I ask how and why you joined the Institute of Chort, Efriator Hanna? Institute born here. That means I've been exposed to Chortism all my life, and I'm glad for it. I was lucky. Outsiders who come here as novices are always talk about how difficult life on the outside is. Poverty, disease, bandits, wars even. While we do have our own problems here, namely with the Faceless and, as of late, lunatics, the quality of life in the Institute is unmatched by anything in South Underrail. All in all, the Institute is totally apex. I'm glad to hear that. But you've never been outside? Other than a few upper rail patrols when I was a Rastafor trainee, I never went too far from the Institute. I saw nothing of interest during that time anyway, totally nothing. So I did not really feel the need to see what lies beyond. I'm sure it's just more of the same. I got everything I need right here. I have friends, family, and this totally apex armory. And I suppose I have a purpose. Chortism is something you dedicate your life to, something that fulfills you. All in all, I have everything here. Alright, let me see what you have for sale, Hannah. And she's looking to buy a few items. She has money too, so we can bring some stuff here to sell as well, I suppose. I, however, am interested in crossbow parts. What is she selling? Nothing good. Oh man, this is lower level stuff. I thought for sure it'd be higher level by now. And I don't see anything else that I am interested in from her at this moment. Actually, I could pick up the Napalm C to make rank 3 incinerate bolts. Doesn't weigh that much, but I don't have any bolts on me. We're also running out of time this episode. I think I will buy this. And I can leave it somewhere before we go out adventuring. I suppose what we'll do is let's go back. We'll see what this other quest is that Rista wants us to do, and then we'll call the session there. In the next video, we'll grab quests from the other divisions of investigation, and then we'll start doing some questing. I hope this was interesting. God, I hope it was interesting. I actually really, so a lot of people don't like, or that's the wrong thing to say. Some people have said that they found the writing to the game to be lackluster, but I think it's decent enough. Granted, it's not Dragon Age Origins, but I think it gets the message across. And I love the descriptions, the narration that gets added to how the people act and so on. I think it's pretty damn good. Yes, I'm interested in what you described as a ferry trip. Alright, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of Forsaken Island? I might have heard about it somewhere at some point. Might have heard about it. I'll assume you haven't heard anything and tell you what you need to know. The Forsaken Island is a remote island situated somewhere between Core City, approximately southeast of it, and the more southern parts of Lower Underrail. It is, people say, surrounded by violent currents, which make it an unpopular place for tourism. However, there is something else there. The Forsaken Behemoth. Now, I've heard some exaggerated stories about its appearance and behavior. It breathes fire. It shoots lasers out of its eyes. It has 7 heads. Various nonsense. I mean, the creature, if real, might have some psionic abilities. I don't deny that. It's just that some of the things I've heard take it too far. However, what is consistent in all those stories can be summarized like this. It is a big lizard. A very, very big lizard. And if it really exists, I would like a piece of it. Not to fight it, but a sample of its skin or whatever you can find. So what I wish you to do is basically this. Go to the island, find someone who is crazy enough to take you there, see if the creature exists, and bring me a sample of it. There's a possibility it is the only of its kind, so try not to cull it. For we might return later and try to capture it. Simple. Really simple. The pay is good. 650 charons is, in my opinion, very good, and you'll receive it once you come back from the island. What do you say? A dangerous journey and a giant monster. Count me in. Very good. That's all. Yep, that is all. Good luck, and Torque guides you. Goodbye, Rista. Alright everyone, I'm going to call it quits here. Thank you guys for watching. And next episode, we'll get some more quests, we'll visit more of these people, and then we'll head out there and get some missions done for the members of Chort. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.